Hello, hello, it's June Olson with JunebugCreations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from a very, very cold Whitefish, Montana. My hands are freezing. They're so white because they're so cold. So yesterday I did not make it live. I apologize. I ended up not being home all day long and not really on purpose. Card Club had to get changed from next week to yesterday, and then I went to a doctor's appointment and ran errands in Kalispell, and next thing I knew, the day was done. So unplanned. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to pop on today because I had a class this morning that organizer, which I left over there, the birthday card organizer kit that I showed you, and I realized I didn't put a date down, so I need to do another post where there's a date so that you can pick it. So I have that class today, the first one. I have another class of it on Tuesday night, and then there's a Zoom one coming, but apparently I didn't pick a Zoom date, and I didn't tell you all about a Zoom date. I just showed you what we were going to do. So I need to do another post on that so that you can register for it and get that class. Super fun. Had a couple ladies come in today. We had a great time working on it. And so now I want to share with you, because I talked earlier to you in a post about embossing folders, which I realized I forgot to bring them all over here because I wanted to just show you what some of them look like, and then we're going to use one to make a card. So let's talk embossing folders, and let's go ahead and switch here. So we have different sizes of embossing folders. All right. So let me just show you. You can see I love embossing folders because I have a lot of them, right? So you can see. So we have the skinny ones, which fit in the mini. You can see here. They fit through the mini embossing folder, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then we have the larger machine that you've seen me use. And oh, I just saw that I didn't take the wiggle woggle out of my camera. Here we go. There we go. All right. So these skinnier ones, which always come in a set of 2, work on the mini machine and the large machine. Okay. These embossing folders only work on the larger machine. If you get the mini machine, you can see here it only is going to go in there. This is not going to fit, and this is definitely not going to fit. It's almost bigger than the machine. So if you're thinking, oh, I want to get one of these because it's half the price of the big one. Well, it's half the price of the big one, and you can only use the small things that fit in it, whether it's the embossing folders or whether it's dies. You can only use what fits through it. So I always tell people, if you're going to invest in a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, because the small one's $65, the big one's $126. But it makes sense because then you can get any embossing folders, you can get any dies, and you can use the machine for everything. So that makes sense. It just depends on what you want to do. If you figure you're just going to stick with smaller things, then get the mini machine. It makes sense then. So we're going to be using this striped one. It's stripes. This is called Splatters, and they come together as a set. So I'm going to put that one away. And then here are some others. Let me just show you. These also come as a set of 3. It's the dots. I call it the crisscross pattern. And then this one looks like flowers, or if you have it with oceany stuff, then it can look like starfish. I used it at Christmas time and it looked like poinsettias, so it really has a variety. And it's a 3-pack. It's $30 because normally one is $10. So it's $30, and it's in the online exclusives. So there's really no name for them. So I just call it the polka dots, the crisscross, and the flower slash starfish, because it just depends on what you put this with as to what it looks like. Super incredible variety of it. This one is the metal plate, so it looks like the metal plating that you would see on a guy's truck toolbox or something like that. So that gives that kind of feeling. And then there's this one. This is the cane weave. Ooh, I should have brought some cards to show you what it looks like. Hang on a second. Let me grab something. So I've got some of these in use in some of these cards. This is that organizer book I was telling you about. So let me grab, so here's the polka dot one. You can see how it gives those dots, and then that's what the other side would look like. So you can use either side depending on the look that you're going for. And then this is the basket weave. I used it on here. So this is the basket weave one. So that's pretty cool how that looks. That goes great with flowers. Here is the crisscross one. So you can see how it kind of crisscrosses. So there's that patterned one. Let me see. I've used a lot on these cards. Nope, looks like that's it on those cards. So that's just some of the look. Then there's this one. This is a hybrid one. So it coordinates with a stamp set. I'm not prepared for this, was I? All right, where's my citrus stamp set? Sweet citrus. So this is a hybrid embossing folder, and it goes with this die. And so what you would do is you would put this in here. It fits in here, and then you put the paper in, and it would cut and emboss at the same time. And I don't have any of those. I'll have to come back. I'll have to redo this and show you some actual cards. I wasn't thinking about going through all of these actually. This one, oh, this one's a Christmas one. It retired. This one looks like rope. All right, and so what it is one side is the indent. One side is where it's out. You put the paper in between and it pushes it through. You'll see that with the other. This one is one of my absolute favorite ones. It is painted textures. You can see how it looks, and I used it in here with the submarine. When we did the submarine, I used it for the water. So it can be made to look like all kinds of things. I've used it with ice cream to make it look like the Cold Stone Creamery stuff. I've used it for wall texture. I've used it for painting to make it look like a painting. This is one of my all-time favorite ones. This one is the Countryside Blossoms. It actually matches a paper. So I think I'm going to stop going through these, and I think I'm going to do a live where I can show you more of them and how they work and what they look like. I think that's what I need to do. What goes with stamp sets and show you how they work. So we'll just do it where we won't make a card. I'll just show you all these different textures. How about that? I think that would be a better idea. Today though, we're going to make a card with this really cute stamp set. Supremely awesome. Who likes pizza? Everybody comment pizza that loves pizza. I know you're watching this you'll be watching this on a replay unless you pop in here shortly. So if you like pizza, comment pizza, because this one's really cute. And I'll show you some different cards that I've made with it. It's a great one for doing some coloring techniques, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. So here's some of the cards that I have made. This is a rocking one. So, and I colored it with colored pencils. You've Got a Pizza My Heart. And then I did this one. Together we make a deluxe combo, and I tried a little bit of art. I'm not an artist. I am a crafter, through and through a crafter. So I tried to do it to where my spaghetti or the pizza sauce kind of was showing, because you know when you get a piece of pizza, you see the red. Well, it just made it look kind of messy. So, but I love the bright colors. And then there's this one, You Got a Pizza My Heart. You're Supremely Awesome. All right. So those are just some cards that I've made with this stamp set, but I wanted to make another one for you. So we're going to be using it. We're just going to be using the large slice of pizza and the You're Supremely Awesome, not any of the other stuff. I'm going to bring in a piece of paper just because when you use the Stampin' Blends, they're alcohol ink markers. They do bleed through. And I know I have the glass mat and I don't have to worry about it bleeding through, but I like having paper under it so that I don't have to worry about it. So we're going to start off right here with this. Actually, I'm going to set this aside. And we have our card base, and this is crushed curry at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we'll go ahead and use our bone folder. to flatten it. And see, it keeps it from popping up. And then I have some basic white cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and that is for the inside, but we're going to stamp on it, so I'm not going to put it in there yet. I have this white piece, which is 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have the real red and the Night of Navy, also 2 inches by 5 1/4. And then I have just a little strip for our sentiments. We're going to set that aside for a moment and set this aside for a moment. And we're going to emboss these. So I'm going to bring in my mini machine. And so just picture, you've seen, I think, the other one where it's a little bit larger. And it tells you on here, on the plates, how to emboss. All right, so this one, it says insert embossing folders, hinge first, which is right here where it open and closes from. All right, and so it shows you the sandwich. So first you're going to put your plate 1, then you take one of your pieces of paper, because it's not big enough to put 2, put it in like that. You're going to put it, fold first, put this one on top, and then we're going to run it through like this. And just roll it through. All right. And then, let me just make sure I'm in the right place. So let's see. It looks like I'm in the right place. Must be dinner time or everyone's busy right now. Yep, I'm in the right place. So just wanted to make sure. So when you get on, let me know that you're watching it on a replay. There you go. And so then see how that makes that nice texture. Oh, what happened to my camera? Here we go. What? There we go. That looked weird. I don't know. I don't know what's up with the cameras. So we're going to do this sandwich again. So 1, the embossing folder with the paper inside, and then 4, and run that through again. And so there's no electronics to this. It's all just elbow grease, and that's what I love, is I don't have to try and figure out all the computerized stuff. There's no computers involved. Thank goodness, because I get enough computers. I don't need my machine to be computerized. All right, so here we have, and you can see the 2 different sides. All right, maybe it's just that red that isn't liking it. So we have this side and this side. So you can see the 2 different sides. I'm going to use the lines going up, and we're going to actually glue them on here like this. All right, so let's do some glue on here. There we go. So what all are you up to this weekend? Apparently, my glue does not want to come out. So I've got card club packets to prep for, and I've got some sorting. I had cleaned out my craft room last September. Took off a week, thought I could do it in a week, and it just has never gotten completely done. So I'm really working hard to get that done. This is not going to work. Let's grab another one. Luckily, I always have more glues around. Here we go. Woo, yeah, that one works. And I like to just kind of go along the edge with it, just to make sure that it doesn't lift up. All right. And we're going to put this on the top, like this. I tore my nail, and so it's really short, and it makes it hard to do this. It makes it hard to grab paper. I got to learn now to use my middle finger so that I can grab and slide my fingernail underneath, because I don't have a fingernail on my forefinger anymore. I mean, I do, but it's just super short because it tore. Don't you hate that? Everybody say blah if you don't like torn nails. Just comment blah. All right, so we're gonna put this on here like that. And I'm kind of making sure I lined it up. I have a little bit of space all the way around. All right. And then we're going to bring in our, we'll do this one first. We're going to bring in our piece of white paper. We're going to bring in our black ink and our large slice of pizza. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. All right, whoops. Luckily, that's okay because it's the back side. All right, then we're going to bring in our markers. Now these are alcohol ink markers, which mean they dry pretty fast. They give some really nice bold color. Here we go. And so I've used, normally they come in sets of 2, a light and a dark, but this is not large coloring. We'll do something another time where it's larger coloring, where you would use the different shades, the light and dark, to do some shading. But this is not, this is just basic. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to use my light crumb cake to do my mushroom. All right. And normally I would do all 3, but through the magic of TV, I've already got one of these done, so you don't have to sit and watch me do every single thing. So then we'd use the green here, because that looks kind of like a basil leaf or something. I don't know. I didn't design this pizza. I wouldn't have had a leaf on there. Oh. So then you have 2 ends. You have the ball end, and then you have the brush end. So when you have a larger bit that you're coloring, I like to use the brush end because it colors it in faster. All right, and then I'm going to use the red, real red, for my pepperoni. Do you like pepperoni? What do you like on your pizza? What do you like on your pizza? I love pepperoni, mushrooms, olives, and cheese, onions, and garlic. So now I have to color around these things, so I'm actually going to use the ball end of this. And I need my glasses just to make sure I don't mess up. All right, so I got to go around everything. And this, of course, this yellow is my cheese. Who likes cheese on their pizza? Yeah, it wouldn't be pizza without all the melty, gooey cheese, right? And I guess it's probably more whitish cheese, but I don't really have that. It wouldn't look like a pizza if you didn't make it kind of a yellow, right? So I used the lightest yellow that I had. I guess I have the lemon lolly, but that one just doesn't really look like cheese to me. So I'm just going around everything. So you can see how it bleeds through. So that's why you want to make sure to protect your surface. And then what I did is, just to make those black olives look a little bit more black, I just did a really light circle around over the black. And I left the onions white because, yeah, onions are white. So there's my piece of pizza. And then because of the magic of TV, voila, I have 3 pieces already colored so that you don't have to sit here and watch me coloring all those pizzas. All right, so now we're going to plop that on here, and we are going to use dimensionals to do it. And I've got a lot of ends, outside edges to use up, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to use all my outside edges, and putting this much on here helps. Oh, I've got a little itty bitty one. Helps keep it from sagging, especially because it's so long. What else do I have? Just checking to see what all kinds of edges I have here. Oh, yep, see, I've got another one right here. That way I can get rid of these and have them out of my way. and out of my little container thingy. All right, so we'll do these like this. Then I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit more. Oh, that's, yep, I'm going to have to cut those down just a little bit more. Like that. And then put one across here. And this way you're using, because I don't throw it away until it's empty like this, until nothing is on it. I just learned from a friend of mine that she does not use them all the way until they're empty. So now she's been giving them to me because I will use them until they're empty. Because I don't want to waste it. I don't waste. I'm not a waster. And then you want to have some here in the center so that there's no sagging. So I'm just using up all these, and now I can throw them away. So then we're going to peel this off like this. So then you peel all the backings off so that it's all sticky. Like this. And then we're going to center this here. It almost looks like the French flag. I did not do that on purpose. I just wanted bright colors. I suppose I could have used green instead, but I have a lot of strips of this paper because my friend accidentally cut too many of them. So it is what it is. All right, so we are going to stamp the "You're Supremely Awesome" on this strip of paper. Like that. You don't want to rock it or anything. There you go. You're supremely awesome. And then I'm actually going to snip it. So I want to snip it this way and that way, and I'm cutting apart the words. Ooh, that almost was too small. There we go. You're supremely awesome. So now I'm going to put dimensionals on this. We're going to go ahead and use, you know what? I think we're going to use the edges just to keep it consistent and to make sure that we've got enough. And that way there's no sag, because we just don't like sag. No sagging allowed. All right, and this way it's also just that much more secure. So cut to there. All right, so you're supremely awesome. So I'm going to start with this one because it's in the center, and I want to put it down here. And I'm going to do it like that at an angle. Like that, and like that. You're supremely awesome. How fun! Cute and simple, right? Cute and simple. So we have then this card, and I'm going to bring back that paper, and I'm going to bring back my stamp and my black ink. Oops, and we've got the card going this way. So I'm going to just, whoops, that's not good. So just like that, and then I'm gonna do one more up here. And then I'm just going to quickly color those. I could have done it in advance, but I didn't do it in advance because I just decided to do it. So let's go ahead and color these real quick. So we have our mushrooms here like this. All right, so I asked you what ingredients you like. What things are absolutely no way you won't even have it on your pizza and pull it off? Like if it touches your pizza, you're out. You're done. You won't even taste it. What do you not like on your pizza at all, and you won't even taste it if someone were to say it was on there? For me, it's pineapple and anchovies. I love pineapple, but not on my pizza. Not anywhere near my meats, period. So I wouldn't even try it. Well, I have tried it. That's how I know for sure I don't like it. But I don't like pineapple on my pizza. I don't eat pineapple with my ham. I'm not even a really big ham eater. So yeah. Here we go. Our crust. So, and then anchovies, well, that just sounds disgusting. So I don't think I've ever tried those at all. And I know it's like growing up you heard anchovies, but I never, you know, once I found out that they were those little fish, I was like, yeah, no, I'm out. So, all right, let's do our cheese. Cheese, please. I'm going to try it with the paintbrush and see the brush side and see, oh, that does go actually a little easier. Maybe I should have been doing it that way all along. All right. So we're just filling it in, smoothing it around, and then just making it look like pizza, right? Because you don't really want to, and normally I would do something on the card as well, or on the envelope as well, but today I don't think I'm going to, just because of time. I'm trying not to keep you all here in front of the computer or your phone screen the whole time. All right, so let's see. All right, so I also realized because of Valentine's Day, I missed the Win It Wednesday. So when I get done with this live and my other live in another group, I'm going to go through and tally up everything and do our Win It Wednesday Saturday edition so that we can give away the cards, and this will be one of the cards in there. Since it's to today instead of Wednesday, I'll count everything. I'll tally everything up to today. Well, no, I think we'll just stick with Wednesday. I'll tally everything up to Wednesday, and then we'll do the drawing for the cards and things that were made before Wednesday. And then this will go into this week's drawing. So, I've been getting text messages of the people who've gotten their cards. They're loving them, so yay. Thank you so much for letting me know that you got them and you like them. And there we go. All right. And then I think on Monday we're going to play a game. So be looking tomorrow for the post with the game. All right. It'll be a bingo game. I don't think I've played the bingo game in this group. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. I also don't think everyone guessed their clues. Their clues. Does that make sense? So we played the game of Clue last Sunday, and I don't think anyone got it yet. So make sure you find that post, and you, I'll go comment on it so that it kind of bumps it up so that you can guess the answer. So here we go. You are supremely awesome. Ta-da! How fun is that, right? And then if you wanted, you could do Together We Make a Deluxe Combo, depending on who you're giving it to, or You've Got a Pizza My Heart, depending on who you're giving it to, whether you would want to do that. That would be a cute sentiment inside as well. So, oh, I didn't even remember to bring an envelope over. So I will do an envelope for whoever wins this card. So thank you so much for watching this. It'll be on replay because I am done and no one has had a moment to jump on with me. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask the questions below, and I'll do another live on Tuesday, maybe Monday or Tuesday, where we go through more of the embossing folders so you can really see some of the really cool textures. All right, so have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you all back here on Monday for some bingo. So make sure to pick your 5 numbers tomorrow from the bingo, and of course, there will be prizes. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.